I ain't make shit. I was on my left. I ain't even make payout yet. I love. Good morning, good morning, good morning, y'all. Hey. So I just finished working out. I like obviously while you work out, you know, you get different thoughts and stuff. Here, let me close this. Man, please. I woke up and I was fucking hype. Some of y'all have yet to have that talk with yourself. I'm glad you got to eat what you wanted. I'm glad you got to talk that shit. I'm glad you got to kick it with those ratchet people. I'm glad you got to date those toxic lovers. I'm glad you got to have yourself a ball. You had a gang of time, didn't you? And didn't you? It's time to go. Some of y'all, your past self don't want to go, and that's why you need to whoop that trick. Get a whoop that trick. Y'all, when I was thinking of this shit while I was working out, I was like, word, whoop that trick, get him. Your past self don't want to leave. Your past self want to eat. She want to creep. She want to do, he want to go do this, do that. You know what I mean? Your past self and the self that God really wants you to detach from is trying to latch on to you. It's time to say that farewell letter, say goodbye, and goodbye, stranger. It's been nice. Hope you find your paradise. You know what I mean? Peace out, stranger. I never even knew you. And that's like, you know, when God said, like, people will die and get to him, and he'll be like, I never knew you. That's what it's like when you actually spend time with your body. You get to know your body, you eat well for your body, and you talk to God. You start going to the gym. You start training those muscles that ain't been worked in years. You start training your brain. You start building those new brain connections, that neuroplasticity, okay? You start getting into it, and you literally see your life transform. And it's like, oh my gosh, who I was not even of me. Goodbye. I never even knew you. Some of y'all gonna have to whoop that trick, get them. You have to know yourselves. And that's what I was thinking about that. I was like, because I was thinking about, we were in the year of the snake. Some of y'all don't believe in it, but just, I'm going to give you some caveats because that's what I do. We're going into the year of the horse. And the year of the horse is like going at it with passion, like going and getting it, like running at full speed. But God, when me and God were talking about it, because I was listening to a couple of people's videos, and I was just like, I don't know why I'm getting a different message from the year of the horse. And maybe that's just what I'm supposed to know or tell, or who knows. So let's just get into it. Year of the horse. Don't put the cart before the horse, y'all. And what I was just about to say before the year of the horse is that's why I feel bad for women. And not because the BBLs look bad, but because you didn't have time to study and be with your body, to know your body well enough to grow in certain areas, and you got it the cheap way. An expensive but very cheap way. But anyways, we'll get deeper into that. But don't put the cart before the horse. What I wanted to say, and this is a big message, guys, because I don't want anyone to feel a certain way about their bodies if they put the cart before the horse. Do not get a boob job unless you are pleased with your body. Let me repeat that. Do not get a boob job, any type of breast anything, until you are pleased with your body. I know some people who literally didn't take time with their bodies yet. They think because the devil likes to play tricks like that, or your brain. Y'all, it's either the devil or your brain. You like the devil, or do you want me to say it's you? Because it's either or, okay? The enemy or your brain. But your brain is gonna play tricks on you and be like, oh, you need to get your titties done. Girl, you need to do something about those titties. Whole time, it's your whole body you need done. And not to go get done, you need to work out. The whole time, you just needed to work out. Like, y'all, I can say this so confidently because I've seen people who've gotten their breasts done before doing their body. And then me, I absolutely, before working out and getting in the gym, thought I needed something to be done with my breast. And then I worked out and I'm like, my breasts are fine. I just needed to do, damn, my body, ooh, you know, like, you're gonna have thoughts and cheap thoughts before you actually spend time with your body. So you need to tell your old self, goodbye, I love you. We're not doing this the cheap way. I need to know you. I need to know if you're depressed, what meals to eat. I need to know if you're sad, what to do. I need to know that if you're craving sweets, what we need to do there. You need to know this information. If y'all are going out here getting shit the cheap way, you're not gonna know your body. You're gonna think you know your body, because everyone's like, I'm in my body. Of course I know my body. And you know what I love is people be lying. You know when you can tell someone's insecure and they're like, I love myself. I love myself. You know, like your body, it's almost like your body will not admit to you that you're fat, that you're insecure, that you know, it's like, it's almost like it doesn't want to admit that the icky stuff. But only in admitting the icky stuff do you grow. Do you even know yourself? So I know the icky parts. I know my shadow side. You know, sorry to be cliche, but I know my shadow side. I know my higher version. I know what's going on because I had to know this side, my shadow side, because I need to know when my shadow side is in play and when we need to lower that voice. I need to know when she's here and, oh, chill out. Okay, we need to eat more salads. We need to go on a fast. We need to talk to God. We need to start a prayer closet. Like, homegirl, you is tripping. Only in knowing your crazy shadow self do you know when you be tripping. And I'm telling y'all, not getting in the gym and knowing yourself, but running straight to a random 3D person to work on your body. I know these women, they cool, whatever. They cool. But I'm not shaming y'all. But you cannot cheapen your experience. Do what you want to. Go get that BBL, go get your tits done, go get that, go get the finest body beat. But you cannot cheapen your experience anymore. If you're hearing my video, do not put the cart before the horse. You're not getting surgery before you spend time with your body. You're absolutely not. Only after you actually really did the work, like not fake did the work, like people, they be working out for 2 weeks, a month. No. Really spend the time with your body, really do the work. Then you can talk to God and you guys can talk about enhancements, not fully getting a full procedure, you know? Maybe a little tweak here, a little, you know, like it's not the full shebang where your body's completely like, who the fuck are you now? Like you're a whole different person and you don't even know because you didn't spend time with this person. Or, okay, I'm going off the rails. Don't quit your job before you get another job. This is that type of year. This is like, you're gonna wanna make sure you good and really good. I don't know what the energies are giving, but don't be quitting a job. Don't be doing like, oh my gosh, it's like, think smart. Play chess, not checkers. And yeah, like I think this year is really going to test our mental power and how we really are with money and our position in our life. Like you gonna really understand your position, right? Because it's like, don't be putting the car, I'm gonna stop saying it, but it's just, don't be buying things you want before the things you need. You're gonna wanna make sure you get the things you need right off the list and then indulge. I don't know what the energies are giving us, and so this is just like a little bit of a caveat. Nothing to worry about, but it's given heavy. You're gonna want to play smarter. To know thyself, be thyself, know thyself, and spending time with yourself. Like when people are they feel really fat, right? And they feel really chubby and they don't know what to do with your body. Y'all, what that girl said in the color purple, she's like, I just don't know what I'm gonna do. She was like, beat her. Whoopee. She's like, beat her. You are gonna have to beat yourself at your own shit. You are. Like, you're gonna have to get on like game point with yourself. Like it's like, if you're even like, what I'm saying is have better care for your tomorrow self. Prep that food for your tomorrow self. Save that money for your tomorrow self. Work out today so your tomorrow self wakes up happier. Do not talk to that guy because your tomorrow self is gonna be sad. Don't Don't eat that crazy food, because then your tomorrow self is going to feel crazy. She's going to have to work extra hard. You know, you're going to want to set up the plays where your tomorrow self is happier. Your tomorrow self lives easier. And you're gonna want, and this is heavy, like I'm telling y'all, like on some spiritual CIA shit, not like CIA for real, but like spiritual CIA and going undercover, you get to make up your own timeline. A lot of spiritual people who are already deep into it already know they get to make up their own timeline. We have like 3 different types, or I don't know how many different types of calendars we have, but I know the USA follows the Gregorian calendar. And if you created your own timeline, you don't even have to follow that. People who are in the system, in the matrix, follow the 9 to 5, must follow the Gregorian calendar. How else are they showing up on time? They must. But you, when you get with God, and if you want to do this journey and move and groove how you want to do it, not tapping into the system, you know what I mean? You get to choose your own timeline. You get to choose your own shit completely. This means when everyone is up, you can wake up at 11 p.m. and have a full night creating your own schedule, going to working out, listening to your own jams, eating your good food, tapping in with God, getting your messages while the earth is quiet. You get to choose your own schedule. If you want to take a nap, you wake up here, go there. Wake up freely. You, on your spiritual path with God, and connecting and being and tapped in with self and knowing, you know, I heard this spiritual leader, she said this, and I've never heard this spoke this way, and it totally made sense. She says, you're going to have your karmic jobs until you find the one that you're meant to do that brings passion and purpose. And that makes so much sense. You gonna get to these karmic jobs and instantly a fucking fat bitch got a problem. Yeah, I said it. Instantly you go there and some miserable bitch has an issue. Instantly something going on. Instantly more taxes are taken out of your check than you realize. You're not getting paid enough. You're gonna deal with all these issues. People nitpicking, like I'm telling you, like nitpicking, like how the fuck did you even see that? Like your belt, tuck in your shirt, your phone. You were a minute late from your break. A minute late. I don't know around here, but we're on time. You were 30 seconds late. Did you know you were 30 seconds late? Do you see me? Did we show up on time? Like they gonna be up your ass. Karmic jobs, like, and this is the same with karmic partners. Karmics from the actual purposeful soulmates, you're gonna be duped every freaking time until you realize, yes, you're gonna go through karmic jobs, karmic contracts with people until you find your actual people. And this is even with friends. This is why you don't have to speak badly about people. You went through your karmic friendships. You're going through your karmic jobs. You're going through your karmic relationships. Chill. There is purposeful everything. Everything. God got everything for you. You're going to have karmic jobs, and that made perfect sense. And then in the karmic jobs, in the karmic partners, in the karmic everything that you're going to have, because you are karmic yourself, until you realize you have that shadow side, and until you wrap it all in a little bow and you understand it when it pops out, and you even understand what's going on there, you are of that. Until you, like, there are people who act like they are perfect, and then there are people who act like they are too good, like they can do no wrong, right? I don't get with that shit. If you are with God and you have a past that God had to heal you from, and then now you're perfect, that's cool, but you got to tell that other part though, right? Because then it makes it seem like, no. It's just, I don't get with it still. Because God is going to be so, like, God is the truth. God is the truth. You ain't going to be up and acting here acting like goody two shoes, like you are perfect, like nothing, and you have a whole ass shadow side. And so when people act like they're perfect, either they have yet to acknowledge that shadow side, or they're faking the fucking funk, something. Any authentic people, they gonna tell you. They're not gonna sit and talk about the bad. So they won't talk about it, and they don't have to, but they're not gonna act like they're better than that or perfect. So when people get this like little perfect thing going, and like they don't got a past or like anything that God had to fix and heal from, an insecurity, an issue, nothing. Oh, you fake ass fraudulent bitch. You don't know God. You don't. God's testing every one of his babies. Every one. And every single one of them got a story and a testimony. Like, y'all, when I first got with God, like when I first dedicated, like when I dedicated my life and like really was like period, it was like 2017, 2018. That's when I really was like, oh, my life, I love you, God. And I've been on it ever since. Okay. Before that, I was definitely like, I know God and I pray, but it was like what I really think perfect people be on, where you know there's a higher power, but you ain't tapping in like that. Not for real anyway, right? That's what I was on. And I remember I wasn't driving. I was just renting cars at the time. And I just talked to God, and I was like, God, you know what? I love you. Like, I want to know who you are. Like, show me you. Like, I know you are there. Like, we need to have this. I know we do. And it's because of me. We don't got this, but I want this, right? And so that happened. And then like a week later, I rent a car and I get into this accident, right? I'm not harmed, but the car is, and I don't have insurance on it, right? So I was praying to God heavy. I was like, God, I don't got this money. And then on top of me not having this dang money, I don't have a car. Like, how do I have, I have to have this money for this rented car, and I'm not even driving. Like, this is like, y'all know when, what is that, Upside Down? I was upside down in this situation, right? Y'all, tell me why. And I didn't know this, you guys. If Wells Fargo credit cards or any credit card, you need to look up their benefits, y'all. Wells Fargo, at the time when I had their credit card, they have benefits where if you do not have insurance with a rental, if you get into an accident, your credit card covers it. I didn't know that, okay? I didn't know that. God led me to that information, y'all. On my soul, he led me to that. So anyways, he led me to that information. I did what I had to do. Y'all, they sent me a check for the full 3 whatever. I don't know if I was stressing. I don't remember my disposition at the time, but I do know I was like, okay, God, like, I'm with you and I'm trying to get on here. Why would I just get into an accident? Why would, like, it just almost seemed like as soon as I do something good, this happened. And so it felt a little weird, but I remember praying. I didn't even care. I was like, I do remember telling my sister, I don't care, I'm praying. God got me. And bam, I opened up this little letter and it said, we are writing to inform you that car is paid the off, bitch. And then, ooh, guess who also got herself a vehicle like 3 days after that? God crashed that rental because he's like, you not renting no more, you own. So when bad things happen and things go a little awry, it is so that better is coming, especially if you're talking to God, especially if you acknowledge that power. I'm telling you guys, like, I prayed that. I was like, God, hook me up. Like, I'm trying to be with you. I'm trying to know about you. I got into an accident, got my car, and me and him been riding ever since. And it's not that I believe in a genie, because I was thinking about this at the gym. I don't believe in a genie, because a genie is definitely like Bedazzled, right? Y'all seen that movie, Bedazzled? Where basically Brendan Fraser, he got a couple of wishes, maybe 7 wishes, was it, y'all? He had 7 wishes, but every single wish was messed up. Like, he got it, but either his penis was too small, either his homeboys were trying to set him up to kill him, or plot whatever, or what. Like, there were so many different plots it was going on, right? Or like he had those little teeth, and he was like into poetry and super emotional, and like some bad guy took the girl, because ultimately he wanted the girl, right? And that's all he wanted. 7 wishes, bitch, I wanted to get the girl, but the devil found every which way to mess it up. And that's how the devil be. So, like, if y'all with the devil, for real, and y'all not acknowledging God, you know there's a higher power, but you're not acknowledging him, the devil is definitely giving y'all wishes, but something's messed up. This means, like, you might meet your favorite rapper, and you meant to entice him, but you met him fat and prematurely. Like, I don't know. Like, he is just gonna find a way to ruin your wish. I don't know why. I don't know what, right? But with God, he's gonna make you work for that wish. You're gonna talk to him, and you're gonna say a prayer and amen, and y'all know what amen means. It means, and so it shall be done. So you're gonna send in that prayer, aka wish, and God's gonna be like, you gonna have to show me. You gonna have to show me. Oh, you want that? Amen is so it shall be done. You want to show me. Like, God wants nothing more than to give you what you ask for, but he gonna make you work for it. The devil, he just gonna give it to you, but something's gonna be messed up. But God, he's gonna make you work for it. So that means God heard your prayer years ago, 20 years ago, 10 years ago. But if you didn't work for it, it didn't mean nothing, right? Faith without works is dead. It means nothing moved. But if you moved and you are moving, you can definitely expect that wish to be granted. That's how God be working. And that's how I think of it anyways. Like, if you don't get something, it's because God, like, he hears your wish, but he has something way better. Like, oh my gosh, this is like, you know, I wanted to be an actor, but if I'm meant to just speak and I'm meant to use my voice for speaking, right? Then it's almost as if, like, oh, I wasn't meant to live to be fed lines. I was supposed to give them. Period. That's God in the better. And if it so happens that God reroutes me and then that still happens, y'all heard it here first. But I ultimately know this does feel a little better. It feels like, okay, this is my program. This is my shit. Okay, no 16-hour days. My shit. Okay. Anyhow, yeah. It's time to Uber prepare. Uber, like, y'all, like, write the list of wants, and then write the list of needs. Handle that first and start right now. You're gonna get the wants because God overly provides. Overly. The reason why you're getting your wants before you need is because you're not believing in it. You still have that lack mentality. You know, you gotta watch what you, and heavy on watch what you say and how you're acting to people. Y'all, I was in an Uber. The Uber was $30. I was like, this guy was like, oh, here, do you want some candy? And I was just like, no, but I am going to put on the app to stop by this store before you drop me off. And he's like, okay, once you put it on the app. And that's how he said it to me. And I was just like, okay, bitch, like, you're saying that as if you don't believe I'm gonna do that. And I know you probably live that, but I don't, that's lack mentality, not believing you gonna get your money, right? So I'm doing it, right? I put it in, it still hasn't updated. And so I said, okay. So I said to him, once I updated it on my end, I was like, okay, so like I was saying, it's just this little store, because it's hard to see. And so that's why I was explaining it, right? And he's like, it still didn't update. And I was just like, I just stopped talking to him for the rest of the ride. I mean, once I got out of the thing, I still thanked him. Thank you. But I got up out of that. Y'all, I saw the update on my card. Guess how much it updated to? 2 pennies. He was rude, sharp, and cut for 2 pennies. And me, I'm a tipper. I'm a tipper. You traded a tip for 2 pennies. You're gonna stop putting the cart before the horse. You guys are going to assume people are evil and bad, but if you just have your wits about you, you don't have to act crazy. You don't. Too many people think they have to, like there's people in my life, and I notice if I ask them for a favor, or if I ask them something and they don't like it, they have a Scrooge face. They're like, no. And I'm just like, why did you have to say it like that? I'm not pissed at the no, because I go with the flow. I'm very bendy. I love it. God has made me that way, very flexible. Why is your face like that? Like, have you guys noticed when people have to say no, or if they have to say something they dislike, they go like, they do a extra thing? No. Like, fix your fucking face, especially talking to me. Why are you at your face like that? And I call them out like that. I remember the last time I talked to some people, I asked them, why you got your fucking face like that? And then it turned into an argument, all because I'm asking them why they're saying no to me with their fucking face like that. Not like that, y'all, but I mean, like, why do you, like that guy in the Uber, why do you have to cut short why are you being rude? Why are you being weird? You can say no gracefully. No, I was thinking about doing something else though. No, I'm cool. I'm straight. Like, y'all, I babysat. Like, that was my job in LA outside of acting. I was a CDA, and I basically babysat 2 autistic girls, right? I would always, like, basically I was just into all that child development, right? And what I realized, and this was key in not losing your fucking head, is you are the boss. When people are screaming at children, you somehow in your brain believe they are a match to your voice, and so you must match. You must do a thing, right? But once you realize completely what you say is boss, what you say is key, flat, little boy, little girl, there is no yelling. There is no screaming matches. There is no, did I say go to your room? No, it's simply, I'm gonna get up, I'm gonna quietly, because you think I'm fucking playing, I'm gonna guide you to your room, and I'm closing that door. Whenever those autistic kids started getting out of hand and crying and craziness, guess who had to go to their quiet space? And the door was closed. Period. I did not mind being around those children. It's only when you think like you're on a level with them, I guess, you is not competing with a child. You are the boss. Period. What you say goes. You do not have to yell. In fact, you don't even have to And I'm gonna tell y'all, I told y'all I don't think you should beat your children, because heavy on the people who beat their children definitely think it's okay to hit their dogs and their animals. Like, y'all will not see how that looks until you really, really fucking heal. You're beating your children, you're beating your dogs. Anyone who really confronts you, what, you think you can beat them too? Yeah, it's a weird cycle. Anyways, said too much, over enough. Don't put the cart before the horse. Spend time with your body. Know thyself. Like, when you're sick and when you're really sick and you can't go to sleep, this isn't a time to cry and complain because you can't sleep. This is a time to get with God. If you ever had sleepless nights, and on my soul, anytime I have sleepless nights, I'm not a complainer. I instantly know, okay, you getting a thought. You might as well sit in the bath and sit in the shower. It's going to be a long night, but you getting a message. You getting something. God has not made you sick in this moment for no reason. Too many people believe everything's a coincidence. All's around this person, all's around, But if you start being more in tune with your body and the nature of everything, it gets exciting. It gets cool. Like, 3D people, like, y'all just like eating any fast food, like fucking shit in your teeth. You're not fucking brushing, you're not flossing. This celebrity, that celebrity, Donald Trump. You don't know how you're looking. And in 2026, you're gonna know. You're gonna know. Big facts. It's the year of the horse. People are going and getting it. They're going and getting it in at fast rates. So if you just a sitter, you just gonna be sitting and viewing for sure. You gonna be sitting and watching what people is doing. You don't want to be oppressed by your own nature. If you want to go and live some way, if you're even angry in any sense of the form, Booski, you're oppressed. I don't know what's oppressing you. I don't know why you let it, but you are. Like, I remember I walked past outside, not outside, at the gym, and I saw like all this trash on the ground basically. And I was like, I ain't picking that up. And my brain, God, was like, are you happy? Are you happy? I was like, yeah, I'll pick that up. I'm blessed. I'm fucking blessed. Let me pick that up. Anything else I gotta do up in here? Like, I felt so blessed. I done walked up and down picking up trash. I didn't care. I was sweating balls too. I just feel so happy. Let me clean the up. If I live around here, it's gonna be clean. Not just my apartment, everywhere. And y'all, I have a video on TikTok. It blew up, right? Like I don't know, maybe 4 million views, 5 million views, I don't know, whatever. But basically, it's about me losing a flip-flop in the ocean, and then I threw the other one because I was sad. And well, in the moment, guys, so I lost a Chanel shoe while I was jet skiing, and I realized in this really awesome fucking moment, I got bummed out, and I instantly thought it was the enemy. I instantly thought, oh, this is a test. I'm not gonna be bummed out. In fact, I don't even give a fuck. Here, take the other. That was my thought, right? The jet ski guy was like, oh my gosh, it's your shoe. So he goes and gets he gets the shoe that I threw and then gives it back to me. And I was like, you know what? Okay, God, that wasn't the right way to dispose of this shoe, but I just wanted to show you I do not care. I'm gonna have a good moment irregardless, right? So I posted that moment, but I didn't post the moment that I got the shoe back. I just posted that little moment. Everyone and they mama is throwing a fit, and I don't care. Like, too many people are gonna post stuff and people are gonna make them regret being who they are, make them regret their choices. I don't give a fuck, like, cause I'm with y'all. How am I gonna oppose not littering when I oppose littering, right? Like, I'm not gonna be mad at all y'all cause y'all are saying the right thing. You know what I mean? But and now they're trying to comment on other little posts like, don't litter or do. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is actually what people deal with on a daily basis when they are like famous or whatever. It's actually quite annoying to have people who think they can just talk to you and come up and just say anything. Like, and then if you like say stuff in back, they're like, see, they're upset. Love you guys. Be awesome. I'm not saying that a natural body in the beginning of the video, a natural body is better than a BBL body, but I am saying if you spend time with that body, that brain might be just a tad bit healthier because of the connections you built through working out and going and getting in your motherfucking self. That's what the fuck I am saying. Argue that. You are gonna wanna, you guys are not gonna wanna cheat yourself of any experience. You're not gonna wanna do it. You're going to want to see the flaws in your choices. You're going to want to see the flaws in your habits. And then move out into the world. So some of y'all going to have to get real undercover CIA in this bitch. Because you can't constantly be like them, and really ignore what you on. Especially if it's toxic in any shape or the form. People want to start businesses. People want to start everything. You're going to want to do it in the correct manner. Slowly but surely, the turtle wins the race. Big facts. Y'all see this? This is a constant reminder of my brother, but also a constant reminder that the turtle does indeed win the race. So why everyone's out there just, putting the cart before the horse, getting those BBL surgeries, and not spending time with self and building those connections. It might seem like little old you is getting past the fuck, right? It might seem like that. But I'm telling you what, God is not mocked, and y'all know that's my favorite saying. God is not mocked.